It's your girl back with another exotical rant. Let's get right into it. Today, you know what I was thinking about, guys? How to protect yourself against secretly jealous women. And this is really hard because they're not upfront about it. Like the people that are upfront about it, the girls that are like jealous and you know it, you know how to protect yourself. You know not to tell them anything. You already know the drill. But when you have somebody that's pretending to be a friend and they're secretly jealous of you, it's much harder to detect. But let's go over a few pointers to detect. First of all, when you're a confident, beautiful woman and exotical, you're going to have a lot of haters. You're going to have people that literally look at you and are just like, I just don't like her. And then you're going to have people that are pretending to be friends with you. They're secretly jealous of you. They want to know everything that makes you who you are so they can use it against you. They want to know how you do your makeup, how you do your hair, what products you use, what stores you shop in. And sometimes you will think they're flattered by you. So because they'll copy you and you'll just be like, oh, they think I do things good. So they copy. It's like, you think it's like cute, but it can soon turn into envious, jealousy, and a whole boatload of other things because literally they want to be you. They want to get what you get. They want their blessings to be, they want your blessings to be their blessings. They don't feel like you deserve to have so much notoriety or prestige. They're trying to figure out why people like you so much. Like when something good happens to you, they'll say things like, that's nice. I mean, it's like they didn't say anything really, but the way they said it. They'll, like, every time you go, like, something good happens to you, it's just like, okay, good for you. That sounds so nice. You know. But it's just the way they say things. So you really have to watch. It's their body language. Really would tell you their body language. Smile at them. When you smile at somebody and they don't immediately smile back, but it's like you can detect like in body language if somebody really likes you. Because the way they look at you, they'll just side eye you, look you up and down. They'll do it very quickly because then they'll readjust. But it's because they don't really mess with you like that. They may treat you one way in private and another way in public. That's the major telltale signs. Like anything happens to you, oh, you get married, oh, I'm sorry, I can't come. I got something else to do. And when you know they don't have anything to do that's more pertinent than what you're telling them, they can't come to your wedding. They're so busy. But let them get married. Let them like think they're going to get married. They'll want you to come look at dresses and they don't even have a ring. It's just like in little things. Like anytime that you're going through something bad, they'll be there for you 24/7, hitting you up, seeing the latest news. But let something good happen to you. Let you marry that guy that's a provider and see how they treat you. Let you get a new house and see how they treat you. Let you get that promotion at work and see how they treat you. Let you level up your looks and see how they treat you. It's going to be a totally different effect. Like anything good happens to you, you won't get a phone call from them because they don't care. You'll hit them up like, oh my God, girl, guess what happened to me? They'll never respond back. Or if they do, it's late. And it's just like, okay, I know you get off at 5. It took you 3 days to respond back. Like, you couldn't just say congratulations. But they will not support you in any good news. But they want to be up to date on the bad news. They want to be like, that's like prime news. They want to be up to date on anything bad that happens to you. And they'll sit and talk you through it for 3-4 hours. But let something good happen to you. Hello? You'll hear nothing. And these secretly jealous women, they want to know all your information, but they only want to know it so they can either use it against you, A, or know how to treat you, B. Like they know how to, okay, it's too much good stuff happening to her. I'm going to make sure I don't be supportive. I'm going to make sure I don't do A, B, and C for her because it's already too much stuff happening that's well good for her. So, like, just be really careful. And as exoticals, we are already seen as, like, the beauty optimum, like, the beauty standard. So, even if you don't think you're all of that, they think you're all of that. Like, I've had that happen so much to me. Like, I would be like, oh, I'm okay. Like, I wouldn't think I was all of that, but they would think I was all of that. I even had like a supervisor tell me, I just don't like you. I mean, just because your hair, I mean, every time you come in whipping your little long hair. And I was just like, what? Like, and what she didn't know is like I had grew my hair back out, but my hair, I was like really depressed and my hair had broke off. So like I was getting out of my depression and my hair had grown back down. And I was like really trying to work on myself because I had been through a depression and like a lot of my hair had broke off because I wasn't taking care of it properly. So it was just like in shock to me because like I never thought I would. I literally, as a young woman, I didn't think I was all of that. I thought I was just as good as anybody else, but I wasn't better than anybody. So it was kind of shocking that she said that to me. And the fact that I looked up to her, I was just kind of like, it literally made me sad to think like she just didn't like me because she thought I was more beautiful than her. It actually hurt my feelings really bad. So like literally I had to literally like take a step back from even talking to her like that because I'm just like everything I say, she is trying to critique me, like not in a positive way, but in a like a detrimental negative way. So she would just critique me so much. And then one time she critiqued me in front of her boyfriend because he came up to the job that day to check on, like to bring her some food or something. And he was like, dang, why are you treating her like that? Like he even said that in front of me. And then she kind of looked shocked. And he was like, she didn't do anything. Why are you talking to her like that? And she kind of looked shocked that he critiqued her taking up for me. And I know that pissed her off really bad that her man told her not to talk to me like that or not to treat me in a rude manner. But that was her personality. Like she literally was jealous of everything about me. She would say things like, they only like you because you're light skinned or this or that. And I'm just like, you're a supervisor, so I think this company likes you a little bit better because they promoted you over me. So I think they like you a little bit better, but like she would always bring things down to looks and like critique like, oh, they only like you because you look like this, like that. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, like if you want to be the beauty standard, go meet the beauty standard instead of criticize me because you think I am the beauty standard. So it was just very toxic environment. So protecting yourself is a must. You can't share things with these women. You really have to move in silence. And I know that's hard for a lot of young girls because you want to share your wins with other women. You can't do that unless they're like a dear close friend to you or family member that you trust. I would not overshare with anybody. I would literally get a journal and just write down things that are important to me and go with that. Or even like maybe if you're close to your mom or something, I would confide in my mom. Or like a close sister. If you have a sister, confide in your sister if y'all are close. Or you just have to be careful because these women, like, they just want to know information about you to use it against you. So you have to really be careful to like not overshare. And I know this is a very hard thing when you're a young woman and good things are happening to you and you feel like I'm becoming more of a grown woman. I'm becoming more into myself and I just want to share it with my friends and family. Sometimes they're just not happy for you. So you have to move in silence. They will see what's going on. They will see you upgraded your life. They will see you upgraded your house. You upgraded your wife now maybe, or you upgraded to a provider man. They will see it in how you move. You don't have to talk about it. They will see if you got promoted. They will see your standard of living, or if you're a good saver, like, and you're able to like when bad things happen, like COVID or whatever, a national tragedy, you'll be able to still survive in the same standard of living that you've been accustomed to without worry or stress. They will see that. So you don't need to announce everything to them. And announcements, I feel like sometimes announcements can be to your detriment. Making announcements is like, just let them see the work. Just let them see it. Just sit back in your feminine and let them see the work. You do not have to tell everybody everything. Or even your best, or a girl that you consider my best friend. I've seen so many best friends sleep with their best friend's husband, boyfriend, sugar daddy. I've seen so many best friends be the main one online spreading all of this girl's business because she has access to her. So with us being exoticals and being this beauty standard, you're going to get a lot of haters and you will get secret haters. So you can't confide everything in everybody. Like you just can't. And that best friend, take your time. I always give people 3 years to prove for me to see who they really are. 3 years. You cannot fake 3 years of liking me. Like I don't overshare with you that first year. I keep it very light. The second year, same thing. I'm still a good friend to you. I'm nice and kind to you, but I keep things very light. That 30, because after, literally, most people fall off after that first year. They fall off after that first year because they can't pretend that long. They can't pretend they like you that long. So everybody that I have kept at a distance for at least a year, the secret haters have always fallen off after 365 days. They can't pretend that long. They can't pretend for a whole another 365 days. They cannot, sweetheart. So they usually drop off after that. After a year, they drop off. And I'm so happy when they drop off because I'm like, yeah, something was telling me not to share my personal business with her. And they start asking you questions like, what does it take to be a good friend of yours? And you're like, huh? Oh, I noticed you never tell me about your boyfriend or your husband or that guy that you said is that's really nice to you. You never really talk to me and tell me much about him. And you're like, okay. We're in a relationship. I share things with him that we just have a private relationship. They always want to know your private romantic relationships too. They want to know details. Oh, okay. Do you give him head or do y'all do that or do y'all use condoms? Things that are just personal. They want to know it about you. That things that things that other people would never ask you. They want to know that. They want to know stuff like that because they may start a slander campaign against you at some point. So they want to have dirt on you. So they want to have things that make you look not so good in the eye of other women and men. So I would definitely watch out for that. And it's so hard, but get to know people over time. That's the best thing. Don't rush into friendships. Don't rush into being super buddy with people because they will show you who they are and believe their actions the first time. Don't believe their words. Just believe their actions. Watch their actions and believe their actions. If somebody has good intentions for you, you would see it through their actions. Point blank, period. And I know this is so hard. You're like, everybody's not jealous of me, exotical rents. Everybody's not jealous of you. Or everybody's not jealous of us because we're exoticals. You would be surprised. I've had old, young, and in-between women be jealous of me for random reasons. Sometimes they're jealous that you might have a supportive dad and your dad always looks out for you. They're jealous of that. You might have a supportive husband. They're jealous of that. You might have a supportive boyfriend. They're jealous of that. You might have a supportive sugar daddy. They're jealous of that. They're jealous because they're so male-centered that anybody that's helping you, they're jealous of that. They're jealous. The funny thing about it, they might be jealous of how your mother raised you. Your mother raised you to be a confident woman. Your mother raised you to have morals. Your mother raised you to have common sense. Your mother raised you to be financially responsible and look out for yourself. They're jealous of that. Their mother had never poured into them like your mother did. Like I've heard things like, oh, well, you had a good mom. I never had a mom like that. They could be jealous of that. They could be jealous that your mom gave you the game and their mom gave them nothing. Their mom gave them absolutely nothing, but your mom prepared you for life and their mom did not, and they're jealous of that. They're jealous like when bad things happen to you, you're able to shake it off and keep going while they sit and dwell on that. And I've met a lot of women that dwell on their pain. And it's kind of scary that you would dwell on negativity that long instead of move on from it. Because nothing can come from dwelling on pain. What you need to dwell on is positivity. What you need to dwell on is the level up. What you need to dwell on is self-improvement. What you need to dwell on is self-empowerment. what you need to dwell on is self-esteem and self-confidence. But they can't dwell on that because they're too busy dwelling on pain or bad experiences. And these women are the most dangerous because they literally will dwell on negativity so long, it will become their reality. And that reality is very toxic and can literally get you unalived. So, ladies, be very careful, exoticals. One thing about exoticals, we are naturally friendly people. We are naturally nice girls. Only time we get nasty with girl is because she got nasty with us. And the thing about it, you don't want to come off as a nice girl. I've had to like make sure I don't come off too nice to people because they literally we use it as a weakness. You can come off as kind, but literally you have to learn to say no. And I started saying no first to see how people react. They ask you to do a favor. No, I can't do that. Sorry. And I do it in a kind way. But I let them know, like, every time you come to me, it will not be a yes. It will be a no. And people literally will, like, you can tell they don't like you. You can tell they don't like you. If you just give them time. They'll criticize, like, oh, you're bougie. And you're like, what? You're like, I'm bougie and you're always in the Louis Vuitton store and the Gucci store, but I'm bougie? I've only seen you with name brand clothes on. I've only seen you drive a car you can't afford. But I'm bougie. I've had people tell me I'm bougie and I start laughing. Because I'm the most down-to-earth girl you'll meet. Like, I do not endorse, I do not spend my money on luxury brands. I do dress nice, but I don't spend my money on that kind of stuff. I save my money. I'm a saver. I'm a person that wants to have a good financial portfolio. In the case of an emergency, I will still be good. I'm not the kind of person that asks for help from people because I create solutions for myself. So when you're that type of woman, people will like just automatically, oh, you're bougie. You can't live in the hood. I surely cannot. And that does not make me bougie. That makes me smart because I want to live in safe environments for myself and my future's kids. I want to live in safe environments. So the secretly jealous women, literally, you'll see hints. They'll look you up and down when they see you. Just look you up and down. They'll make up. Sometimes they'll even make it. They can't help it. And then you'll look back at them like, what's up? They can't help it. I even had this older lady, like an older white lady, like she was very jealous of me. And it literally, she tried to hide it for a long time, but she couldn't hide it after a while. Like she would look at me up and down, like really hard. She liked a lot of attention. It was a lot of black males that worked, in our building. So she would like a lot of attention from them. And when she saw they were giving me attention, complimenting me, asking me if I needed help, she hated it. She started like saying that I was doing things incorrectly. She just started trying to like micromanage me, even though she was not my manager. And literally she started just like popping up at my desk. She worked in a whole different department to check up on me for no reason. And I literally asked my supervisor, hey, did you tell her to check up on me or something? Because you guys were out or something? They're like, no, we don't know. We didn't tell her to do anything toward you. And I'm like, okay, because she just keeps popping up asking me the status of my work and whatnot. And they're like, no. Like she would start send me third-party emails. Like she would just like try really hard to try to like start up something with me. She would look me up and down. Like when I wore my hair curly, she would like look at me like, and she was used to like a lot of the black people there boosting her head up, saying that her hair was so pretty. But when they saw me, they would compliment me. My hair was just as long as her hair. My hair was curly and healthy. And like when I wear curls, I would get compliments. She would just like literally like be looking me up and down. I was also in shape. She was on the skinny side, kind of dried up looking, like she maybe used to like use recreational drugs. So like she was used to getting a lot of attention from those African American people in that organization, because they thought she was pretty because she had long hair, but she wasn't all that. And she noticed I never boosted her head up because I thought she was a below average looking white woman. Not to be mean or anything. I just thought she was below average looking. She did look like she used drugs for recreation, sometimes I could tell she kind of looked like, like kind of trashy. So and then she didn't dress age appropriate. So I kind of knew she wasn't like a middle class or upper class woman. She dressed kind of trashy. She always had really tight pants on. She just tried really hard to like, I kind of do the black aesthetic. Like it was weird too, because she was older, so it was just very weird. I also caught her with one of the black guys, and I was leaving from work one day. I left kind of late. She was in the back parking lot doing something with this guy, a black guy that worked there. I just turned my head and just pulled off, and I didn't see it, but I definitely saw what she was doing. It was disgusting. But she tried it really hard to act like she was down. Every time we had like meetings, and this was like my department had a meeting, she would pop up and want to be a part of our meeting. Like it was very odd. I knew she was like secretly jealous of me, but she couldn't hide it anymore. So she just started trying to rip apart my work, sabotage me. And eventually I just got so sick of like trying to go back and forth with her. I just reported her to HR, and a few days later I resigned, because I was like, this is just too much. Like I don't have to have this lady micromanage me, sending me 20 emails a day. And like literally y'all are scared to say something to her, but I'm not scared of her. So like literally it was just toxic. And I end up like, honestly, after I left that job, I ended up getting a job that made way more. So I was actually happy that I stood up for myself and I walked away from that position, because sometimes people are like, I don't want to let somebody run me off a job. I'm going to stay here in toxicity. I think not, ladies. Sometimes it's not even running you off a job. It's God telling you, this is a no. This is not a place for you to thrive. You need to like not leave. You don't have find something else if you want to, but you need to get out of this toxic environment, because all they're trying to do is dim your light. Your light is shining bright, and other people see it, and other people love you for it, but they cannot handle people accepting your light, people giving you accolades. They can't handle it. So the best advice I would tell you to do is get out of that toxic environment. You cannot thrive in that toxic environment. You cannot thrive in that toxic environment. Ladies, you cannot. Don't let these people bully you into you like feeling down about yourself. After I left that job, I made way more money. I had way more peace. And I realized I should have had quit months before, because the environment was so toxic and it kept getting worse and worse. And I was thinking, I don't want somebody to run me off this job. And I'm like, it wasn't running me off the job. It was opening other opportunities up. After that, I started making more money. And even I had got other job opportunities out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere, I had other companies contacting me for even better opportunities. So that just goes to show you that when somebody's secretly jealous of you and you peep it a little bit, you get a little gut feeling about it, get away from them. Distance yourself away from them. Protect yourself. Stop oversharing. Writing a journal. Talk to your God. If you're spiritual, talk to God or whatever your God is. Talk to that. Do that. Meditate. Writing your journal. But don't overshare to women that are in secret competition with you. And you will get little telltale signs. They will always say, "Oh, you're kind of bougie." I'm bougie too, though. But it'll be a compliment. It really will not be a compliment. It will really be like a criticism disguised as a compliment. And as an exotical, you have to peep game. Like, I had to peep game at so many jobs. Like, okay, this is not going to work out long term. Let me stack my money. Let me save my money, because this opportunity will not work out long term, because this is a toxic environment. It's a lot of women here that are jealous of me, and they'll do anything to try to sabotage me, because their light doesn't shine as bright as my light in their heads. And they can't figure out why, like, I am the one that people love, and that people love and like want to flock to, and it's not them. So exoticals, be careful out here. Move in silence. Keep your discernment up. Move in silence. Keep positive. And don't think about don't think people are moving. You have to move out of people's way. But sometimes when you're a beautiful woman, you have to go around these people. You can't let them stop your success. Their negativity, their mindset, you have to go around them. You don't go back and forth with them. Don't argue with them. Don't go on social media starting stuff with them. You have to move around them because they're just roadblocks that you have to move around. It's because you are on a path of success. You're on a path of positivity. You're on a path of growing yourself and taking self accountability, and they're just not. So just go around them. No need to have confrontation with them. Go around them and always stay ladylike. That's one thing my mom taught me. Always move as a lady. As a young lady, always be ladylike and move as a lady. Shut people down in a ladylike manner. Never jeopardize yourself. Never get in a fight with this woman. If it's possible, call the police. If you think something's going to happen, call the cops. Never try to get on their level because you're above their level. And they know it and they feel that you're above their level. So never stoop down to their level unless it's non-avoidable. Protect yourself. But if you can, call the police. Get out of that environment. Block them. Change your number. But you have to protect yourself. And the best thing to do when you're an exotical and you're a beautiful woman and you're dealing with jealous and especially secretly jealous women, move in silence. Move in silence. And recognize that you can only be yourself. Just move in silence. Keep it moving. Do not let these women be to your detriment. Don't let them say, oh, yeah, I got her locked up. Oh, yeah, she's facing charges just like me. That's what they want. They want you to get in an argument and cuss them out so they have a reason to hurt you or put their hands on you. Just like that woman that that was unalived at Church's Chicken, the employee. She was an exotical. But that woman wanted to argue with her so she would have a reason to come back there and unalive her and say, well, we got in an argument and it was over nothing. That's why I say don't argue back and forth with these type of people. That's what they want. They want to take up your time and your energy. As an exotical, keep it cute, keep it fit, feminine, and friendly, and carry on, ladies. This is another exotical rant. Have a great day, ladies. Bye.